All right. So this is just me kind of starting from scratch here, just based off of something that popped into my head. Kind of like a on the fly, but I'm not putting together a trending story. It's just kind of based on these characters. And again, shout out to Richard West and his channel, which you can find on my homepage, the link to his channel. Shout out to him. I kind of got this idea based on a couple of the posts that you made and a couple of the videos that you made. I've done this before on other channels that I've had, but I'm thinking of retiring and pretty much have already kind of retired the other channels except for A to Z decodes, but I'm going to start doing some of these on this channel and just kind of mix it all up on this channel. So it's kind of like a on the fly but not a trending story. And this all started when I was thinking this guy came across my feed, this Lord Jamar guy right here. Okay. So Lorenzo DeCalis or DeCalis, however you say it, known professionally as Lord Jamar. And I don't know how long this is going to be. I just kind of go and see what kind of connections I find based on the name. American rapper, DJ, record producer, actor, and podcaster, a founding member of the hip hop group Brand Nubian. All right. Which was formed in 1989. In 1996, he discovered Dead Prez and got them signed to Loud Records. But let me go ahead and pull up maybe a better image of the guy that I'll be able to share at some point here. Now, I didn't base this off of he looks like another character or nothing like that. But I noticed his name. Let me pull him up here. It looks like things are running a little bit slow, but here's Lord Jamar. I don't know if the picture is going to come in any more clearer than that. Let me try to pull it up again. No, maybe not. Let me try. Oh, that's not going to pull up clear as well. So it's kind of blurry there. So I guess we can just kind of go back over here. So Lord Jamar, doesn't it? It kind of sounds and it kind of makes me think of Kendrick Lamar, doesn't it? Right? Lord Jamar, Kendrick Lamar. Obviously, Kendrick Lamar is also a rapper as well, right? And what is there a certain they say he's synced up with Dead Prez, Brand Nubian. And you know what's interesting? Brand Nubian might be similar. Did they say he's a founding member of Brand Nubian? That might be a similar type of style as Kendrick Lamar. Oops, I guess my spelling is not on point. Nubian, right? So there may be, I'm not saying that it's like the same type of music or whatever, but kind of like that image, like that, you know, kind of like that image maybe. Grand Rising type stuff possibly. But you see Brand Nubian right here, hip hop group. But let's go back to what made me start this decode. And all of this is on the fly, by the way. So Lord Jamar, Kendrick Lamar. I notice with Lord Jamar, look at his birthday. Look, he's born on the 17th of September. Okay, you see that? And I know Kendrick Lamar is born on the 17th of June. You see this right here? Kendrick Lamar, born on the 17th of June. Lord Jamar, born on the 17th of September. And obviously, you get that 17 connection there. Lord Jamar, Kendrick Lamar. And the reason why I know this about Kendrick right here is I connected Kendrick Lamar a lot with the NFL this past postseason as he performed at the Super Bowl, right? And this 17 was really popping up a lot. And who lost in the Super Bowl? It was Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes has the same birthday as Lord Jamar, the 17th of September. You see this right here? Patrick Mahomes with the same birthday as Lord Jamar, 17th of September. Kendrick Lamar born on the 17th of June, right? Kendrick performing at the Super Bowl. Mahomes lost in the Super Bowl. And this number 17 was popping up because also when you think of Lord Jamar with the name Kendrick Lamar, you think of Lamar Jackson. Okay? Lord Jamar, Kendrick Lamar, Lamar Jackson. Jackson's got the J like Jamar, and obviously Jamar rhymes with Lamar. You get Lord that has the L right there. Look at Lamar Jackson's birthday. 1/7. Right there. 17. You see that? January 7th, 1/7, 17. So, isn't that interesting? Lamar Jackson, Kendrick Lamar, Lord Jamar, and, Patrick Mahomes, obviously his name doesn't connect, but he's got the same birthday as Lord Jamar. Obviously connected to the Ravens. They always seem to meet in the playoffs. And then Kendrick Lamar with the football connection with the Super Bowl. All this number 17. And don't forget, Josh Allen also connected with those teams in the playoffs, it seems like a lot. He's got that number 17 on his jersey, and I guess we're still kind of waiting for him to break through in the playoffs, right? But he's got the 17 on his jersey, and all of those teams are all seem to be connected, right? Ravens, Chiefs, Bills, all in the AFC, right? And I mentioned, they seem to meet in the playoffs a lot. But even when we go to the Gematrinator calculator over here, Buffalo Bills equals 117, like 17. And I'm not trying to make this a football breakdown, as this just started with an idea with the Kendrick Lamar, Lord Jamar. And we know these names, it starts with the names, which connects these characters, okay? But Buffalo Bills 117, like 17. Look at quarterback as 117, like 17. You see that? But let's go back to Lord Jamar, and I want to just see if I can maybe possibly catch some more things on the fly here. Now, look, he's born in New Rochelle, New York, and Buffalo is in New York, right? With that Buffalo Bills connection with Josh Allen in 17. So I'm just curious, is New Rochelle, how far is that from Buffalo? New Rochelle to Buffalo. 6 hours and 11 miles or minutes. 383 miles. Okay, so that's just kind of interesting. But let's see if we can check out the Gematrinator calculator here. Brand Nubians got B like Buffalo Bills even, huh? But we're going to put Brand Nubian, and we're not trying to make this real long. Obviously, we already see a connection here with by the name and the number 17 with Kendrick Lamar, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. Josh has J like Jamar, J like Jackson as well. Interesting, right? We'll see if we can utilize the Gematrinator calculator a little bit more. And let's put Brand Nubian. Look at Brand Nubian's got the 71, which is 17 reversed. And you see, that's how easy it is. And you're going to see some of these other connections here. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing right there. And look how easy that was. There's a lot of numbers. There's obviously 4 base ciphers. You could probably leave that 100, cancel out the zeros, and you get 117 even. Look at that, man. Okay? So it's kind of like a decode over, but I will go a few more minutes and enter a couple more things here. Wow, that's amazing. Isn't that amazing? And this exposes the language in this code one more time. You know, and we may not hit with nothing else, but it's like we already landed. You know what I'm saying? There's Lord Jamar, 92, 38, 151, 161. Let's grab his full name. Maybe like Dead Prez. They said another group. Dead Prez. I think that's how they spell it. Dead Prez has 38 like Lord Jamar. Look at that, man. Isn't this stuff is amazing, man? And look at this. Lord Jamar 38 like Dead Prez. That's just amazing, man. And when we go back here, again you see a founding member of the hip hop group Brand Nubian, which was formed in 89. In 96 he discovered Dead Prez and got them signed to Loud Records. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing right there. Okay? Isn't it? I will put his full name in. You know, not trying to like really like stretch here and make this longer than it needs to. Lorenzo DeCallis, I think is how it's pronounced. And maybe we look at Kendrick Lamar just slightly a little bit more. There's a 7. And look, even 178 like 17. You see? So you even get a 1 and a 7, and you could maybe say another 7 there with the 70. But wow, even his last name's got D like Dead Prez. It's amazing. So his first and last name, you get 178, you get the 1 and the 7. Founding member of Brand Nubian, 71. Again, quarterback 117, Buffalo Bills 117, Josh Allen with the 17. Lord Jamar with the same birthday as Patrick Mahomes. Kendrick Lamar born on the 17th. Lamar Jackson born 1/7, which is 17. Jeez. It's just amazing. It's amazing. It's simply amazing. Let me enter a couple Kendrick things. I don't think Kendrick Lamar's got 17 in his name. But maybe there's some other connections to Lord Jamar by the numbers here. Kendrick Lamar. I see, look at Lord Jamar has 151 and Kendrick has 51. I noticed right there. And there may be some other things, obviously, with a lot of these numbers that are right here in front of my face, and I'm just missing it. As I mentioned, we already kind of made the connection, right? Kendrick's got 39, Lord Jamar 38, so there's just one number difference there. But that's amazing. So yeah, we could probably just leave it at that unless I can quickly think of something else to bring up here. Lord Jamar. What else? Do we think of anything else when we think of Lord Jamar Kendrick Lamar? Well, that's interesting because does Kendrick Lamar go by King Kendrick, or is that like another character out there? I thought I've heard this or seen this on YouTube somewhere. Okay, it looks like there's a maybe a basketball player who calls himself King Kendrick. Look at, you see the crown here on Kendrick Lamar. Whatever they're saying, king of whatever, King Kendrick. So maybe that is a possible nickname. Again, here's a basketball player here. What is King Kendrick? King, kind of like Lord, maybe, right? Okay, so this is a basketball player. So I don't know if we need to go. Does Kendrick Lamar call himself King? Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Okay, so I'm not really seeing that. So they may just be referring to that basketball player. Does that basketball player have a birthday? King Kendrick birthday? Well, they're pulling up Kendrick Lamar. Okay, so they're bringing up Kendrick Lamar. I want to pull up that King Kendrick guy and just maybe look at his Instagram real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Let's see if Instagram will pop up. Just to see if there's 17s. I am true playmaker who can score efficiently at all three levels. Let's just look at the Instagram, and I was just wanting to see if there was a 17 that popped up here. It doesn't look like it though. Okay, so yeah, um without going too much further, I just thought that was interesting with the 17 connection here with Lord Jamar and Kendrick Lamar, and obviously Lord Jamar like Kendrick Lamar. Lord is kind of like king, I guess, if you wanted to stretch and do that. Don't forget Patrick Mahomes has that 17 connection with the same birthday. Lamar Jackson, Jackson's got the J, like Jamar, obviously Jamar Lamar. Kendrick's got the K like King. We saw Josh Allen with the 17 connection. Josh, J like Jamar, J like Jackson. So yeah, I guess I'm putting these now in their own playlist. I'm putting these now in their own playlist. What are they called? Recycled characters is the playlist. So Kendrick Lamar, Lord Jamar with this hip hop connection. Their names connect. Their stage names. Um, they're connected by this number 17. What happens when we write out 17 in the Gematrinator calculator, y'all? 17. Nothing major that I can see, but notice how when you write out 17, it equals 37 in the pure numerology cipher reduction. 17 equals 37. Kendrick Lamar is age 37. which is pretty interesting right there, wouldn't you say? So that's pretty cool right there. That's pretty cool right there, isn't it? Right? Just seeing if there was any other matches there with 17. It looks like this mouse is about to die. All right, so that's cool. So Lord Jamar Kendrick Lamar, and again, an undeniable connection by the name, and it appears the number 17 here. So shout out to y'all. These are recycled characters they give to us over and over and over and over and over again. Well documented as I continue. So I hope you appreciated that little video. Until next time.